Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your reading for the week of December 11 through 17, 2023. If you're returning to this channel, welcome back. It's good to have you back again. If you are new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you here. If you find that this video resonates with you, please consider liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. I do check out on comments about once a week because I have another channel and I kind of flip back and forth. So if I don't get back to your comment right away, I do eventually read all of them and reply to all of them, or at least like all of them. So, yeah, just so people know that's what I do. This is actually a reading for you if you are Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising, or have some other significant Aquarius placement in your chart. And if you are watching this on a week other than the week of December 11 through 17, and you're drawn to this particular reading, then there's probably still a message for you. So definitely stay tuned to the end because there's something you need to hear. Now, the way I do these readings, if you're not familiar, is I do a full horoscope spread with the Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck, which is a deck I've been using since 1987. Not this specific one, but it's one I've been using a long time. And I clarify these with tarot cards. So that's what I'm doing right now. And the deck I am using today, that we have everybody, is the Mother Peace Round Tarot deck. So, okay. So what I do is I do an astrological spread. This, I feel, gives you the greatest overview of everything going on in your life, not just love, not just career, you know, because obviously different things are going to apply to different people. Do remember this is a general reading, so I'm going to be reading all the aspects of the houses. Certain things will not apply to you, so if they don't apply to you, you can just put them aside. They may apply to somebody else. So, starting at the beginning here, the first house is Aries energy, and this has to do with you, your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how others see you. And you have Isis with the Death card. Okay, so when death comes up, this means you are undergoing some kind of a transformation. And this is in the house of identity, so who you are, who you thought you were, something is transforming or coming to an end. You may be, as we see here, we have this idea of the serpent shedding its skin. I mean, you're shedding some kind of an old aspect of yourself, an aspect of your personality or who you were, and preparing for something new. Now you have this with Isis. Now, Isis is actually a very strong motherly and nurturing energy. This is a very strongly compassionate, also very intuitive kind of energy. So you can take this as it resonates. For some of you, this is the kind of energy that you are coming into. For others, this maybe this is the energy you're shedding. I'd have to look at the rest of the reading to see which way I think it probably goes. But when this comes up, I also would suggest that whatever changes have been going on, maybe you feel like you were living a certain way or or thinking a certain way or presenting yourself a certain way and saying, oh, you know, either that's not who you are anymore or maybe you're mourning the loss of it. Isis here can also mean being kind to yourself, okay? So take it as it resonates, but there's definitely a strong nurturing and compassionate energy, and there is the sense that something about you feel that something about you has changed or has gone away. Second house is Taurus energy, and Taurus has to do with your money, your possessions, maybe even your values, and you have the Ankh with the Four of Cups. Okay, now for some of you, this is saying that Four of Cups is usually either a missed opportunity or an opportunity that you are not looking at. When the Four of Cups comes up, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, you will see a man sitting under a tree with his arms folded, staring at three cups, while a hand is coming out of a cloud handing him another cup, which he is not looking at. And the message there is that you don't want to miss an opportunity. Now, this is showing up in the realm of finance. And with Ankh, this is the idea of doing something that you really love. It can also be spending money on things that you really love. So, it could be spending money on, it could be something on beautification, people getting their hair done, getting a facial, getting their nails done, whatever it is. That's a possibility here. But I feel more with this card that you have an opportunity to do something you really love, but you're not seeing it somehow. Four of Cups says there's an opportunity there. It's almost right in your face, but you're not seeing it. So you may need to take a broader perspective when it comes to your money. This could have to do with a job. It could have to do with a financial opportunity of some other type. Maybe you have an opportunity to pay off debts or to have an investment or something. Again, take it as it resonates, but there's some kind of an opportunity here that you don't want to miss, because I have a feeling it's going to lead to a thing that you really want. Now, third house is Gemini energy, and Gemini is about messages, communication, sometimes short-term travel, siblings, brothers and sisters, and also self-effort. So if you're in your own business or thinking about starting your own business, that would apply here as well. Okay, now we have air with the Three of Swords. So we've got double air energy here. Three of Swords is about separation. Now, given that I'm seeing death here in the first house, this could be that, I don't know, this to me, there's some aspect of something. It could be a message you received. This could have something to do with sibling relationships. It could have to do with some kind of business arrangement or something. But there's something where, you've got this Three of Swords. There's being cut off. There's being separated, being isolated in some degree. And air itself is a card of messages. So there could be a message about something that's separating, or something that's that's broken up or ending, or something like that. And whatever it is, I feel like it's maybe something that's been part of your identity, or something that you've been attached to. So there's a need to accept this separation and heal and move forward. Air does indicate this idea of swiftness. It can indicate travel as well, like, taking short trips somewhere. And also perhaps even the need to detach from something. Because sometimes when this comes up, this is actually a very, this is your Aquarius, so this is actually very much like your energy. It's very someone who's very friendly and very outgoing, but also rather detached. So I don't know. There's definitely this sense of separation here, either in a business arrangement, something to do with siblings, or this could be something more general. You have to take it as it resonates. But there's definitely the idea of something being cut off or coming to an end. And it seems like it's going to be coming through some kind of a message soon. The number 3 seems important here, because the air card is number 12, and 1 + 2 is 3, of course. And then this is a card number 3. So I feel like this could be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Swords I generally see as 3 months, but it does not have to mean that. So so again, see what resonates with you. Fourth house is Cancer energy. Cancer has to do with your home, your family, your ancestry, and also how your sense of security. What makes you feel secure and grounded. And you have the Shaman of Swords with Urias. Okay. Now, Urias, again, there's this element of something coming that you're not expecting. And maybe that's what's connected to this here. But with the Shaman of Swords, that's the same as the King of Swords. There's a decision here. There's a judgment that's being made. There is, and I feel like this is a very swift and a very critical judgment. So this may well be a family situation for some of you, being that I'm seeing it next to this Three of Swords here. Could have something to do with siblings, if you have siblings. Otherwise, it's just some kind of situation. It could have to do with the place that you're living, or with somebody's mother too, because this is the house of the mother. But I just feel like there's something here that is coming to, that there's going to be some kind of a surprise, something that's coming that you're not expecting. And this may lead to swift decisions, or at least just clarity. I feel like when you have something like the King of Swords, this is something where you are seeing things very clearly, very logically, very factually, and you may be very critical or making some kind of a decision. So this is either something that's coming to you or something that you are doing as a response to this. So take it as it resonates. I often find, though, that Urias is usually about outwitting your adversaries. So I feel like if there's been something going on that you haven't expected, that this may lead you to swiftly cut somebody off. I don't know. But there's some kind of a thing coming up. But ultimately, for me, Urias also can mean that things are better than what they appear. So, So, again, it's going to be different for everybody. I don't want to scare anybody with that interpretation, especially if that's not really what's going on for you. But, but it's... There's some kind of, I feel like there's some kind of a situation here where you are going to either be very clear on something or make some kind of a quick decision, and it may be something that comes out of the blue. Excuse me. Gosh. Okay, 5th house. This is Leo energy, and this has to do with creativity, with children, with love affairs. Again, obviously not all three. Okay, so we have Thoth with Wheel of Fortune. I've seen this combination for somebody else this week. I can't remember who it was. But this is definitely the idea that something is meant to be. You have Wheel of Fortune it can be something that's coming back around. Thoth definitely has the strong element of karma to it. So this is either a karmic relationship, somebody coming back. This is Mercury retrograde starting this week, so sometimes this is people who are returning from the past. But I feel like there's either some kind of a love affair or something. For some of you, this is going to be a love affair that is destined, that there's something karmic or destined about it. And I'll have to look at the 7th house to see how that would translate into something potentially long-term. But if we're not talking about a love affair, then certainly this just seems to be a creative project or opportunity that is also coming in at the right time for you. Wheel of Fortune with Thoth is definitely about divine timing and about something that's outside of your control, but something that's coming in that is, it's coming at the right time, and it's something positive, okay? So again, take that as it resonates. Or for some people, maybe this has to do with, if you have children, this could have to do with one of your children as well. 6th house, this is Virgo energy. And Virgo house has to do with your health, has to do with worry and anxiety, and also potentially a job, anything in which you do service, and pets and domestic animals in some cases. So you've got Seth here. Okay. So there's either a very strong worry here, could be a health worry, could be a job worry. But there does seem to be something here where there's some either concern, anxiety, or feeling that there's an obstacle. But you have it with the winged disc. So when these two cards show up together, generally this winged disc cancels this one out. So whatever it is you may be fretting about, whatever obstacles you're facing right now, those are coming to an end. But you have it with the 5 of Cups. So I don't know. I feel like there's a situation there that you're anxious about, or that you feel is an obstacle, or you're saying, if it's a job, like I'm thinking about this 4 of Cups over here. Like I feel like it's saying there is a solution to a worry or a problem that you have, whether it has to do with a job, or I don't feel like it's a health situation. It could be for some of you, but it could be something you're overcoming. But the fact that I'm seeing with the 5 of Cups, this is more about regret. This is more about being unwilling to let something go. And again, this also, to me, connects in with this 1st house, where somehow I think there's something that you do, maybe there's some kind of service you do or job you do or something that you identify heavily with that is maybe no longer for you, maybe it's coming to an end. And it's saying, hey, your new opportunity is here. But I think it's more like there's an attachment here. You somehow have made this part of your identity and who you are. This is who I am. I define myself by this kind of work that I'm doing. And it may be saying, it's time to let this go and look at some new opportunities here. That seems to be a very strong message for somebody. If it doesn't specifically has to do with a job, it definitely has to do with something that you've been concerned about or worried about. And it's saying, look, clarity is here. New opportunities are here. Good things are coming. You have the resources to solve this problem. It's just a matter of you're not letting go of the past. You're not letting go of something that maybe you identify very heavily with. Okay, 7th house is Libra energy. This is partnerships. So it's relationships, business partnerships, like marriages in terms of relationships. Anything that's more long-term or more committed. It can also just be very significant partnerships of some kind, whether they have to do with marriage, business, or not. Now you have Pyramid with the 3 of Discs. Okay, 3 of Discs definitely seems to imply a business partnership of some kind, or building something together with someone if we're talking about a marriage. But Pyramid indicates a test situation. So I don't know. I feel like some kind of relationship is being tested. That there's this need to... There's this establishing of a foundation somewhere, or the need to, there seems like, I don't know, 3s always also have third party energy for me. So there could be some, a new business relationship. There could be something, a situation or a collaboration that you're thinking about. But, with this test card, there may be reasons why you find this to be challenging. I don't know. You have to take it as it resonates, but there's definitely a strong feeling here that, yeah, I feel like, I mean, again, this could have to do with a marriage, but I feel this feels more businessy to me, or it feels more practical. Like there's some kind of foundation being laid, and there's a test situation that's involved with this right now. So take that, again, as it applies. 8th house is Scorpio energy, and Scorpio has to do with transformations. It has to do with other people's money. And you have this 3 of Wands with the Sphinx. Okay, you've got a lot of 3s here. In fact, you've got 1, 2, 3 3s so far. And by the way, yeah, plus 1 plus 2 is 3. And then Sphinx is 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. You've got a lot of 3s. Something's happening in 3. Okay? Now, Sphinx indicates, yeah, there's a sense that you are waiting for something. Or that there's a secret that needs to be revealed, or, you know, there's something that you're waiting for. 3 of Wands has to do with things that you've put out to the universe, and you're waiting for them to manifest and come back to you. So, yeah, I still feel like there's this sense of waiting. Like something is coming, but it's not quite here yet. So I think I feel like this is more of a message of patience, or needing to be patient. Because again, there's something in this time period of 3. I'm feeling like, I don't always feel that numbers are significant in these readings, but I do feel like that is significant, certainly for somebody here. But yeah, there's this sense of there's still things, there's still secrets, there's still things that haven't been told. Sphinx to me is about what somebody's not saying. And seeing this Urias card down here, yeah, these are all elements of something that is just outside your purview or vision that's going to come into focus soon. Okay, 9th house is Sagittarius energy. This is expanding your horizons, long distance travel, perhaps colleges, universities, higher knowledge, deeper knowledge, so religion, philosophy, things like that. Sometimes legal matters as well. You have Daughter of Swords with Bast. Now, Bast is the happiness card, so for some people, this could be a long journey away that is going to be happy, that is going to, that may be to do something social or something fun, because Bast is associated with happiness, music, dancing. I mean, it can also have to do with intuitive knowledge and listening to your intuition. Daughter of Swords is Page of Swords energy. So yeah, again, there's this idea of something here that's not being seen. And also, I mean, pages can have to do with being students. So potentially this is somebody who maybe is going to go back to school or do something like that. But I feel like, this Daughter of Swords, I feel like there could also just be somebody who's watching in the background, or somebody who's not telling you something about something. And again, whether this relates to a legal matter, whether it relates to a trip, or whether it relates to some educational venture or something, I don't know. There's definitely this sense of needing to get more information and to follow your intuition on something, okay? So take that as it resonates here. That's going to be different for everybody, because obviously if you're a student or you're planning to be a student, that's going to be one element. And if you're not, then, you may or may not be in a legal matter. It's whatever that's connected to for you. 10th house is Capricorn energy, and Capricorn is your fame, career, and reputation. Okay, you've got Osiris and you've got the Lovers. So Osiris is strong leadership qualities with the Osiris. So whatever's going on in your career, this could just mean that things are stable, that you're not making changes, or that you have a strong foundation. But the word that comes to mind this week for this is leadership. So I feel like there's someone that you may be meant to lead something, okay? And you have to make the decision to do that. We have the Lovers. So the Lovers in this particular instance, I feel like tells me, especially from what I'm seeing down here in the 6th house, and in some of these other places, the 2nd house, I feel like this is telling you that you need to make a choice to be a leader, okay? You need to step up to the plate. There may be opportunities that you're waiting for, but there's something that I feel like you want to reach out for. That's what I get here. And once, this is the phrase that comes into my mind. Once the decision is clear, the doing is effortless, okay? So, that's for somebody. Take that as it resonates. 11th house, this is your own energy, Aquarius. So this has to do with friendships, networks, and also with your goals and aspirations. Now you have Strength with Earth. So yeah, Strength is Leo energy, that's fire. Earth has to do with, this could have to do with financial goals, okay? but also has to do with being very, very grounded, sowing the seeds, being patient, waiting for something to grow. Strength may be struggling with some things as you're, trying to get to where you want to be. This could indicate somebody who's an earth sign who's a good friend, or somebody who perhaps is a Leo or another fire sign. Again, that may or may not be the case here, but it could represent somebody of this type who somebody perhaps who has a very grounded or practical perspective, who might be able to help you or weigh in on a situation to kind of help you see it with your feet on the ground and see it clearly, and not necessarily through the eyes of emotion or the eyes of worry. I shouldn't say not through emotion. I always feel people's emotions are important, but sometimes we may get ourselves very anxious about something when really what we need to do is kind of put our feet on the ground and take a good hard look at something. So yeah, and certainly, at least I feel like whatever you might be struggling with right now, or however you might be trying to work through something, trying to use the strength that you have, I feel like this is something where there's like a slow foundation building for something. So yeah, take that as it applies also. And the 12th house is Pisces energy. And this is about what you don't show people, what's hidden, what you may be afraid of, what your dreams may be. I mean, if first house is what you show people, this is what you don't show people. And so you have the Priestess of Wands with Anubis. Okay. Now, Anubis, Anubis in the 12th house usually means you are not delusional, okay? That's a very specific message of a 12th house Anubis. You are not delusional, okay? So don't, this is a strong Neptune energy here, but Anubis guides you to clarity. And Priestess of Wands, this is Queen of Wands energy. This is somebody who is very, very determined. Okay, there's like a lot of internal fire and passion. I mean, that might be why we're seeing strength here, because strength frequently shows up when we feel we have to hold our energy back or not show it so much. So I feel like there's a lot of fiery energy, a lot of intensity, a lot of ready to go energy. The Queen of Wands or the Priestess of Wands is a person who's very attractive to people. Or very magnetic. So you're definitely conveying that, at least subconsciously. Now, for some people, and again, this is very specific, not for everyone, if this 6th house issue has to do with health or somebody having to go in the hospital, wing disc would indicate that person has a successful period of hospitalization, and Anubis also would indicate a successful period of hospitalization, okay, in this house, because sometimes 12th house has to do with anesthesia and things like that. Again, that's very specific. If you know somebody this week who's going in for surgery or something and you're worried about the outcome, this suggests that everything's going to go well. So again, that's not a message for everybody, but that is one aspect of it. And okay, overall, you have the Hathor card. So Hathor is about, this is definitely strong earth vibes like Taurus or Virgo, getting organized, establishing security, sowing the seeds of things. There's a very strong Empress vibe to this card. And I find that it can be either that you're being very, very domestic, or that you're just really efficient and organized in getting yourself together in business or in something else. Nonetheless, this is definitely telling you to kind of, the phrase that's coming into my mind is pull yourself together this week. And you have it with the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords, I mean, for some of you, this could literally mean travel or a long trip. But a lot of times 6 of Swords just has to be, okay, there's 2 elements to 6 of Swords. Either you're moving away from a stressful situation into calmer water, or it's telling you that you need to look at a situation for what it is rather than maybe what you want it to be. Like, look at the facts here. So there's an element of both. And again, you've got double 6s here, so you've got a 6 here and a 6 here. If the 3 here is 3 months, then this might be something having to do with 6 weeks. I don't know. There's a couple of numbers here that are floating around that may or may not be relevant. I personally feel like the 3s are a little bit more relevant here. But again, you can take things as they resonate. But overall, there's definitely a sense of moving out of a stressful situation into calmer water and kind of getting yourself organized here. So that's it for this week, Aquarius. I hope this reading was helpful. Please do subscribe, like, comment. If you if you so choose, and we'll see you next week.